They say it's not the tools that make interesting art. So what happens if we try to make an artwork using a slightly deflated 5-year-old balloon? I think we can actually make something pretty interesting. Watch until the end to see how it turns out. And don't forget, this piece is available for sale on my website. Now it's Saturday evening, just after the premiere. I've been sitting here, it's pretty late already, but I've got this urge to make something unusual. I think you're used to it. I think the best thing about my channel is that it's totally unpredictable. You never know what you're going to see. I never know what I'm going to make. I'm going to show you today's star. This probably holds the Guinness World Book of Record for the oldest working balloon. Definitely as old as the channel. It's probably way older than that because I started on Instagram before I came on YouTube. Imagine that. So I'm going to try and use him again. I think it deserves a name, honestly. I don't know if it's going to give up halfway through, but maybe not. So what do we have? We've got gold, cream that I mixed myself, white with a bit of gold here, titanium white, a selection of reds and pinks, vermilion. This is crimson with a touch of burgundy, amaranth red with a bit of white, some pink, a little bit of rose and lots of white. And this is rose. I'm going to show you the consistency here. It's thicker than the mix that I use for my hairdryer. 1 part of paint, 1 part of Floetrol, 1 part of pouring medium, which in my case is PVA glue and water. I'm pretty nervous. I haven't done pouring with balloons for, I'll say, for years. I haven't tested it today at all. I'm just going to try. I've got a 30 by 30 recycled canvas. I was painted red. I've repainted it white. And now I'm going to coat it with, I think with cream. I think it looks much better with a bit of white. We've got cafe latte. Probably blend it a bit more. Now when I'm doing pouring, it's so different to my last week's work. If you haven't watched my last week's work, I must say, objectively, in one of my top 3 videos ever. The outcome I really liked. I know that not many of you have seen it because there was a problem with YouTube and the algorithms went crazy, so if it didn't show up on your radar, I strongly recommend, especially if you're American. Yeah, some bubbles. Go on. Well, let's just say I want a bouquet of flowers, but I want it quite messy. I want the flowers to be not too big, actually. I don't know, some bigger, some smaller. Oh, what have I done? I didn't want one here. No. Some of them will be like that. I'm thinking that they might be a bit too small. Have I forgotten how to do it? Possible. Let's do some pink and a deeper pink. Should have made them bigger. As you can see, I am totally improvising. Gold in the middle. I did say I want a mess, didn't I? Yes. Yes, so at least you know. I found something else. What is it? So Kerry's pink. Rather thick. I'll be very disappointed if it doesn't work. Okay, I've got a tiny balloon and a bigger balloon. Let's start with the bigger. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is way too big. I didn't want it so big. So now I'm going to be wiping the balloon off. I can also use the same paint and apply it in a couple of places. Whoa. It's about the color choices, you know. I don't know if I picked the right colors. Can mix them like that. I think it looks better with the white edge, not with the dark red, personally. we've got sort of more interesting creations. Baby balloon to the rescue. Oh, you see, so nice. I'm going to apply some white to eliminate that very dark edge. When there's not so much paint, you get different marks. You see those sort of like that, wispy edges. Bit of that, bit of this. Yes, it was way too much paint first. Now we're getting somewhere. This baby is still the best. Oh, nice. I love that. You know, if you don't like some of them, just remove them. Make another one. I do prefer those more pinky ones, to be honest. Yes, I can create some little buds if I want to. I think it will look more interesting. Like that. Couple of little dots, I think will look good. See what happens once this dries. And then yes, I'm planning a vase here, and I'm planning a different background and maybe some leaves, so lots will change. It dried really quickly, even though the layer was pretty thick. Please write in the comment, which flowers do you think these are? Because now looking at them, I know what I can see. I wonder what you can see. What type of flowers are they? I don't know, just imagining they are specific flowers. I will tell you at the very end what I thought first. I think I did 2 or 3 vases in the history of the channel, but of course every vase was different. So that was the recent one. Let's do that shape, probably wouldn't work. I think this is more like it. Maybe a little bit flatter like this. And then I'm going to do something exciting about the background. But let me transfer this first. This lead will transfer beautifully onto a poured background because it's very smooth. So look, I'm just doing this, and now, ta-da. I want to add something to the background, but it's not going to be seen later that much. I am going to quickly paint, add some color. I'm planning on making some cracks because when I was on holiday, I bought some crackle medium. I don't know, it was pretty inexpensive, so I really wonder if it's going to work. I just want to test it. Therefore, I am adding first layer. This is going to be covered by another layer of color. But I want some gold. Why? Because the flowers have plenty of gold on them. I mean plenty, quite a lot. This little pot, I might go with clay color, burnt umber, and some white. Might be adding burnt sienna maybe as well. I'll try to be careful around the petals. All the white sections between those, I can think of a nice dark green. I've noticed I do like those chunky fat vases. I don't know why. I have to, one day I have to make a thin elegant one. With a round bunch of flowers, I don't know, they kind of look cute. I wasn't going to paint the vase properly, but I'm enjoying adding some highlights. That's the messy gold. Now, I did mention the crackle medium. I'm going to cover the flowers. Of course, it's absolutely not needed. For the sake of speed of painting the background, I think that will pay off later. I'm going to cover it with frisket paper. You can use contact paper or any other sticky substance, but it's better if it's low tack because you're not leaving all the sticky residue then. It's annoyingly sticky. Now I am very quickly going to use a permanent marker and draw a line around. I need to buy different paper. I'm not keen on this one. Time to stick it down. Oh, wow, this is like nail varnish. I'm just going to apply one layer like this. Do I want lots? I don't even know. Do I want lots of cracks or small cracks? I've never seen this medium in work before. Okay, leave it to dry. Officially, I've decided to ignore the instruction and I am going to spray it once it's wet. Because in my mind, when I spray it once it's still wet and sticky, the drying process will cause it to crack more, but this is just my imagination. Those two beigey colours. I wasn't sure what I want, more contrast, probably not. Well, well, look at the effect. Oh my gosh, I like it. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say that I want to take it off. Oh, I can see the cracks. I can see what? Look. Here. It's starting. Okay. Yeah. I can't wait. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Yeah, some details. Oh no. Oh, that's so vibrant. Okay, I can't wait to see the cracks and how big they will be. Maybe they'll be tiny. I can see some really small ones forming. This is hilarious, you know? A spectacular failure. Look, I spent all the time applying gold. Then my new crackle medium. And yes, I said I was risking with the spray paint. But do you see any cracks? You might see them. Yeah, look at that. There are some cracks. If you look very carefully. Anyway, I don't mind the background. Interesting color, hint of gold, which is fine. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to finish the flowers. I'm going to put some leaves in between. Crimson, pale green. So of course we'll get brown, but with higher amount of red than green. That might give me what I need. So what we want some depth between the flowers. So now this one stands out much more, doesn't it? Okay, and I'm going to repeat the process in some places. The coverage is not so good because this is the first layer on white. Now I've got more green, like army green, camouflage green. I'm going over those sections as a second layer. Now we've got this nice green. You see, it kind of doesn't look so out of place now because I know it's a bit too dark here. And it covers very well. Or what I really like about working with the balloon kisses here now, or balloon dips, is that the design leads you somewhere. You're kind of getting there, just imagining what's behind, where the petals are. I added some white to add a couple of highlights because obviously the greenery didn't look very natural just in one color. So that instantaneously gives us some shadows as well. So where do I want my leaves? I want something here. Little leaves peeping through, and I think that will really enhance the painting. Couple more leaves. I'm actually getting excited now. I do like those peeping through. Now here. Yeah, so we are getting there slowly. Something like that. At an angle. If you are going to try it out on social media, I'll be very grateful for you mentioning the source of inspiration. I always like, referencing the people if I get inspired by them, which in these days is becoming harder and harder because of lots of AI imagery. Little highlights on the leaves. I always say layering is the key, whatever you are painting. I'm adding a little bit more color to the vase with some hint of yellow ochre to match the background better. I want to see some brush marks. And yes, we'll need some black as well to darken some sections. Shadows from my flowers. You see that color goes so well with the background, doesn't it? Two things left, the table or some kind of a surface and shadows. Cut some frisket paper to make a straight line. And I am wondering how far do I want to go with my table. I'm going to go with the same color with a little bit maybe darker. Burnt umber and white. I added a little bit of yellow ochre. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this color. It's lighter than the vase. All right, bye-bye vase. So lighter section. And now on this side, we want much darker. I would like a couple of fallen petals, to be honest. So I need the shadow all on this side. Let's blend a little bit. Experimenting. Okay, that's better. Happier with this. And really dark, pretty close to the vase. So I'm going to use black and brown of mine here. I think once I take it off, I'll be happy. Now, since I've got this color, it would be really nice if I had something to cut the leaves out. Okay, I have no idea, but I just might have some skins. Oh, so I'm going to flick through all those sections. Never know what you can find here. Oh, that's pretty, but not. Aren't they gorgeous? You know, oh, we've got some pink. Okay, let me have a look. Yee, look at this. That's the wrong color. I'm terrible, am I? Am I not? I just have everything here. Look at these. It's going to be nice. I also found some nice green with gold. So that could be my little bud that's just fallen off. Or I even found whole flowers, but they are different colors. That was my really nice cactus I made a long time ago at the beginning of the channel. That's probably my favorite. If you wonder why on earth is she keeping all that rubbish, I'm going to show you. Actually, this might help you. You see that? I use them for jewelry making. I mean, I used to make some jewelry. I don't have time anymore. So yeah, that's it. I think I've got what I wanted. Okay, I went a bit too far. That's alright, I am going to use a smaller brush anyway. Okay. So something fell off, one of those little buds didn't blossom and fell off. We need a little bit of a shadow on the bud, like that. Looks like a little bug. I'm doing it the same direction as, you know, as the vase is casting, so otherwise it would look realistic. So now the only thing that's left is of course this part. I want it very dark. I'm actually glad I've got this gap because I wanted to make it darker anyway here. Now I do want to blend the, let's call it the horizon a little bit. Because obviously this section should be darker. On the other hand, I don't want to overwork it. It's like sandpaper. It feels like sandpaper. I didn't expect it, but I'm much more fond of it than I thought at the beginning. So I always say to everybody, please don't give up. Don't give up on your work. Because you never know. You can find a nice solution and you're going to be really pleased with the outcome. I always knew the balloon kisses are fun, but you can actually create sort of fine art piece with your pouring techniques. There we are. What did you think of this little experiment? I am so happy with the composition, and even the background is interesting. Let me know what flower you thought I was making in the comments. If you would like to see extended versions of my weekly videos, please check out my Patreon, and don't forget that this piece is available on my website if you would like to own the original, abcreativeofficial.com. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next Saturday.